Hi everyone, welcome back to the Level Up YouTube channel where we simplify school decisions for parents and students. Today's question: is Cambridge checkpoint necessary before starting IGCSE? To answer this, we are joined by Lakshmi, founder of Level Up.
Thank you. Glad to be here. It's a really important question, especially for parents who are trying to move their children from CBSE or ICSE after grade 8 into an international school with IGCSE or IB curriculum. So, what is your first question?
Let's begin with the basics. What exactly is Cambridge checkpoint?
So, Cambridge checkpoint is like a diagnostic assessment, which is typically taken by children at the end of their grade 8 academic year. It covers three major subjects: English, Math, and Science. It's not a pass or fail exam. It generally gives an idea to parents and to students about their level of academic understanding. And then from there, they can take it forward. They can move out to school, they can continue their school, whatever they want to do.
Interesting. So, is it like an entrance test?
Not really. It's not used for admission into higher grades or anything like that. Like I said, it gives feedback to schools, parents, and students. It helps analyze for students' current strengths and weaknesses and areas of improvement, because when they have to catch up and move into IGCSE, there's a lot of work to be done. So this helps them set the stage clearly for the student.
That sounds useful. So, is it mandatory?
Not at all. It's not at all mandatory. Most schools who have Cambridge affiliation don't necessarily ask their children to take checkpoint. It's a separate exam that needs to be offered by the school. Students can move into IGCSE even without appearing for or even without passing the checkpoint exams.
Why do some schools insist on it?
Like I said, it helps in three main points. One, it helps identify learning gaps, especially in math, science, and English. It sets a benchmark, or it gives students a global benchmark against which they can compare their performance. And also, it will help schools to decide whether they want to give the core or the extended version for children when they move into IGCSE.
Okay. Who should consider taking it?
I would recommend students moving from CBSE or ICSE to take it, because it helps them understand that they are ready for the Cambridge curriculum as such. Schools which insist on deciding whether children should do core or extended should encourage children to do it, because again, they also get to see their readiness in the subject. Also, children who have done their primary checkpoint can do this because it helps build confidence. Someone who does really well in this might be happy that they are ready for the next stage in their educational. mm,
Are there any drawbacks?
Not drawbacks, I wouldn't call it, but of course, you have to pay for the exams. You have to pay the exam fee, which is high. You need to sit and prepare for the exam, which might create unnecessary pressure and exam anxiety for children at such an young age. Also, I would say it is less detailed in depth when compared to IPCSE or A level exams. It's very on the surface type of exam. So it might not actually be as useful as we think it might be.
Can a student switch to IGCSE without it and still succeed?
Absolutely. We have had, and at Level Up, we have a lot of students who have switched from CBSE or ICSE to IGCSE without doing the checkpoint. What matters the most is, are they conceptually clear? Are they willing to get the support of the teachers and learn the required study skills that are needed to appear for Cambridge exam? So that's what is most important.
Is the checkpoint exam recognized by universities or does it add weight to the student's profile later?
Actually, it will not be a part of any of the college application process. We only look at IGCSE, A level, or IB marks when children are getting admitted into universities. So, checkpoint as such will not have any weightage in the university application process.
Are there different levels in checkpoint, like in the IGCSE or and extended?
No, so unlike ITCSE, Checkpoint has a standardized record across the globe. So it's only when they come to IG that they have to code and extended. In fact, when they move to AS and A level, that is also not there. They all take the same paper across. It's only in IGCSE they have this code and extended option.
Do students need to prepare for checkpoint, or is it based on what they have learned in school?
Uh, no intense preparation is needed because they are only going to be tested in the syllabus that they have learned in their eighth grade. But I would say revise concepts, make sure you understand the concepts, especially in math and science. You need to know the concepts clearly before you enter the exam.
What kind of feedback do parents get from the checkpoints?
So parents get a report with scores from 0 to 6 in each subject. What it will tell you is what are the gaps to be covered, what are the skills that they have mastered, and what is the comparison of the child against the global benchmark. So these are three things that they will understand.
If a student scores low in checkpoint, should that stop them from doing IGCSE?
See, no, a low score is not a reason to discontinue the Cambridge curriculum. What the parents should probably do is make sure that they get enough support as soon as they start IGCSE and not wait till they appear for the exams because that becomes too much of an anxiety for the child as well. So make sure they are consistent when they get the support as they move up the ladder.
How often is checkpoint conducted? Students can retake it.
Like the IGCSE exams, this also happened twice a year, one in April and the other in October. So they don't have to repeat the exam. If they write it once, that is enough. Even if they get a low score, it is not recommended that they retake. Even if they get a low score, it is not recommended that they retake it because as it is, it's not a compulsory exam. It's just a diagnostic test.
Can homeschoolers or private candidates take checkpoints?
Yes, a lot of Cambridge affiliated schools offer checkpoint in their schools for private candidates and homeschool students. So check which school locally has that facility and you can register there and you can rate it.
So, what's your advice to a parent who asks, should my child avoid checkpoints?
So I will say it's not compulsory, but if you really want to know where your child is, or if you're transitioning from an Indian board to the Cambridge board and you want the student to move into the new school with confidence, then please go ahead and do it. We have necessary support both online and offline. So you can contact us in case you want support for your child to do their Cambridge checkpoint.
Sounds really good. That's such a relief for so many parents. Thank you so much for explaining this.
Thank you so much. If you need any other IGCSE or A-level videos, please do comment. Please do subscribe for more such videos.